There are a lot of cards to choose from in this category, from the humble GTX 1060 to the latest RTX 2060, and even the RX 5600 XT. All these are under the $300 mark, and it's up to you which GPU you're going to get. Number 1. MSI GeForce GTX 1060 3GB. Even though the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 is a bit dated, it's still a solid value option for gaming at $1,008. With the price of your card skyrocketing, building a budget system with those is close to impossible. The GTX 1060 remains an excellent choice since it's one of the most ideal GPU for $1,008 gaming. As long as you want to continue playing at that res, you're in good hands. This version of the GTX 1060 has a big brother that has 6GB GDDR5 RAM. However, the 3GB is mostly similar to its higher memory counterpart. There are a couple of downsides to not getting the beefier version, and apart from the memory, it does have a few CUDA core disabled. On the flip side, it's more budget-friendly, costing significantly less than its full-size step-brother. Since this is an MSI version of the GPU, you'll get all of the good stuff when it comes to the cooling solution. The twin Frozr design is evident as soon as you pick up this card, and it provides optimum airflow thanks to the dual TORX 2.0 fan. You also don't have to worry about video output since it comes with HDMI and DisplayPort. The hardware and the cooling make this a formidable budget graphics card as it's capable of giving you satisfactory mid-range gaming performance in VR, 1008 and multi-monitor systems. If you're building a budget gaming rig and want a graphics card that's going to give you the most out of your price, the MSI GeForce GTX 1060 3GB edition is an excellent pick. Its heftier 6GB brother should give you slightly better performance, but if you're willing to sacrifice 2 to 5 FPS on your favorite games, you're better off with this one. Number 2. ZOTAC GeForce GTX 1650 OC. We know that the GeForce GTX 1660 Ti is a highly recommended GPU. They are reliable and offer the best bang for your buck. However, there are times when you're still looking for an even more economical card, and that's where the GTX 1650 OC from ZOTAC comes in. For a mainstream graphics card, it's definitely up to the challenge. It's a compelling choice given that the differences between the 1650 and the 1650 Super version are so slim. As an overclocked version, this surely performs better than the vanilla 1650. There are cases where it even performs better than an AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT. They're a budget card that fits right in this category. Don't expect it to have a much better performance than the GTX 1660 Ti. But the difference is so small that if you're not into hardcore high-performance games, this should suit you well. It is capable of giving you just about enough power to get to the midpoint of most games at 1008 at frame rates hovering just above 60. Don't expect to push your settings too high since this card won't be able to handle that. It's not just gaming performance though, as the GPU offers a variety of outputs like HDMI, DVI, and DisplayPort. As a budget GPU, and lacking any of the RTX features, you can certainly classify it as one that's going to give you mid-range gaming performance. It's not going to blow your mind with graphics, but you're going to have a smooth gaming experience. Number 3. MSI AMD Radeon RX 570. AMD graphics cards have always been a value king, and the Radeon RX 570 proves it. If you're building a budget gaming rig and want a GPU that's going to give you the most out of your money, get this. Built from the same architecture as its predecessor, the RX 470 and 480, the latest versions are more optimized, giving them better gaming performance overall. You can compare the performance of the AMD Radeon RX 570 to the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 3GB. However, it's significantly cheaper, so deciding which one to get makes it a lot easier. The RX 570 also comes with overclocking potential, giving it a performance bump that will get it to RX 580 levels. If you're looking for an NVIDIA comparison, that should get you to GTX 1066 GB or Super Editions. The card is a beast in 1008 gaming, allowing you to play titles like League of Legends, Dota 2, CS, Go, at frame rates over 60. You can even play games like The Division, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Witcher 3 at high FPS. Games like Assassin's Creed Unity and Ghost Recon Wildlands should perform decently, averaging at around 40 FPS, which is fine given that these are resource-hungry games. Number 4. PowerColor AMD Radeon RX 550. The most popular games in the world are not as graphics hungry as you might think. We're talking about esports titles like Dota 2, League of Legends, CS, Go, and others. The fact that they don't need beefy gaming PC to run is what makes them incredibly successful. If you're the type of gamer that's not particular about graphics and plays these games consistently, one of the best graphics cards under $300 you should be considering is the Radeon RX 550. It's an affordable graphics card that's designed to maximize performance on these titles and won't break the bank. High frame rates and resolutions mean that you'll be able to see more at a faster rate. This translates to better gaming performance on your end. With a graphics card like the RX 550, you'll be able to crank it to the highest levels and get that advantage over other gamers. Apart from esports gaming, it's also popular with home theater PC enthusiasts as it comes with features like FreeSync support and tech like encoding and decoding that will enhance the experience. It even supports 4K and HDR. Number 5. Max and NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. The NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 Ti may not be the fastest of the Pascal graphics cards, but this lower-cost entry does offer better gaming performance for a fraction of the cost. NVIDIA does carry the torch when it comes to their high-end graphics cards, and AMD is eating up a fair share of the market in the budget to mid-range level. However, the 1050 Ti can give AMD's cards a run for their money. In terms of gaming performance, this slots in just below that of the GTX 1063GB, and at a much lower price, it's an incredibly affordable card for those on a budget. It's not going to break frame rate records on higher resolutions. It's a budget graphics card after all. However, if you're the type of gamer that doesn't need fancy features like ray tracing and overclocking potential, you're going to be satisfied with the performance of the 1050 Ti. With this graphics card, you're pretty much stuck at 1080, but you'll be able to pump it up to medium and enjoy excellent frame rates up to 60 FPS. You might even exceed it in some games. At a price point that's well below $300, this is one of those budget graphics cards that offers the most bang for your buck. Building a gaming PC means you'll need to be extremely wise with how you use your budget. Getting a 1050 Ti is probably one of the wisest decisions you can make. So, hope you enjoyed our video and subscribe to the channel. We have also put links to description, make sure you have check it out. We will be right there in next video. Take care, bye.